People who open a bag of chips and don't eat the entire thing. How? The bag doesn't taste good. Just pour yourself some and then put the bag away. Can't finish. Costco family size bag is kinda big. You just have to believe in yourself more. Dig deep. Self-control. Too many calories. Trying to lose weight. This is my answer. I've been fat. I don't enjoy chips as much as I enjoy being able to climb a flight of steps. I sometimes start to hate myself before I finish the entire bag. That's why some people press on. Yes, brother. I get tired of eating them. I take a small bowl and pour out of the bag until I feel bad about how much I am eating. It actually helps me be more aware of how much I take in just by measuring in the unit of tiny bowls. My spouse steals a few. Then I cry because I wanted to eat all the chips. The thought of eating an entire bag of chips makes me feel nauseous. Like once the bag is empty, doesn't a feeling of shame just wash over you? And how do you not feel physically sick? I feel no shame at all. I'm not a big fan of chips, but I have finished bags before and I feel the same way I did when I finished them than from before I ate them. Nothing I learned a long time ago to not care at all about what I eat, because in the end we all die anyways. Get bored, feel gross. I prefer variety for snacking. Can't eat an entire bag of just one thing, but between multiple snacks, I could eat the same volume, if that makes sense, because it's my third bag in a row. The hour of crunch is upon us. I fall asleep. I don't really like chips. I like sharing chips while doing something fun with the people I love. Every few months or so, I crave chips and then I open a bag and halfway through feel that sense of disappointment of an itch not scratched. Then I realize it's because I'm eating them alone. I wouldn't know. Ran out of dip. LL. Don't eat straight from the bag. Make a shirt pouch and pour some in there. Then put the rest you. Get annoyed at myself for eating so much and stop. Other snack priorities that I got to save room for. Except for Flamin' Hot Cheetos and their hot fries. Those things are fucking delicious. The flavors overpower me. My tongue gets saturated with the salty, spicy. So I just stop eating and I just keep the rest for later. It's easy, you fat piece of shit. Just dump the bag on the floor. Then kneel down and snuffle the chips into your gullet like the disgusting animal you are. Shame will tell you when to stop. In theory, it hasn't kicked in for me yet. Initially I was offered, but then I thought about it and now I feel kinda bad for you. What kind of upbringing did you have that makes you hate yourself so much? Enjoy your chips properly. From a bowl, it sounds like you need the momentary happiness it gives you. I pour a reasonable portion into a small bowl and then put the bag back in the cabinet until tomorrow. I fill you up. May the crunch be with you. I'm a pretzel guy, a man of culture. I see. It gets snatched of me by my brother. Not only I give him before that, he still demands the other chips. What size bag we talking about? 1 ounce or 1 pound? Doesn't matter. One bag is one serving for people like me. Discipline. I'm in the middle of conversation and I can't eat and talk at the same time. Think about tomorrow you. Tomorrow you would also want some chips. Today you can hold off a bit. Tomorrow me can buy chips. He has things to do. Self-respect. I can't hear videos with all the crunching, so I get annoyed and stop. IDKY, but my body has some type of limiter on me. Whenever I open a bag of chips or have a lot of chocolates, after some bites my body automatically makes me think that they taste bad and I start feeling disoriented if I continue eating. I think I might be the next step in evolution of humans. I need your superpower. Years and years of training. Resealable chip packets, the peak of pointlessness. Just notice when I'm not hungry. My aim I ascend to eat until I'm full, just until I'm not hungry. I don't know, everybody thinks I am weird when I don't eat all the chips at once, but I just can't. Don't be hungry when you eat those snacks. Eat before. Treat it like dessert. Well, junk food's not a good idea though. Haha. If you can't stop eating, go brush your teeth. The salt content is so bad it makes my lips hurt after a while. That's when I know to stop. The chips stop tasting good. I just grab a small handful to put on my plate and then put them up out of sight. Don't ever sit down with the entire bag. I also don't snack on them by themselves. I eat them with a sandwich so that I have something crunchy. Also, if you don't buy them and have them sitting around, then you can't eat them as sure you could try other crunchy things instead. Carrots and hummus or celery and a little peanut butter instead. If you can finish the bag is not big enough. Because I need to eat dinner too size. I've only done this a couple of times. Usually because there's a flavorless, puffed up, burnt crisp at the bottom. Because I am not that hungry. They might be too hot. I had guests at my flat, so I could not afford myself to finish it to the end. The salt eventually overpowers me. Figure out after 10 chips I'm getting queasy. Only eat half the bag. Portion it into a bowl. Put bag away. My husband ends up eating most of them. I share. It's good, try it sometime. I can't eat a bunch at once. Especially if it's fried. Sometimes getting throughout half a 1-ounce bag of chips is difficult. Because the salt cuts the shit out of my tongue, lol. Nah, I love the taste of polyethylene bags. I refrigerate the chips so they stay crispy. The salt makes my lips burn. People do that? It's mostly air. The Cheetos get very tasteless to me once you eat a quarter or so in their large size bag. So I decided to wrap it up and wait until I'm hungry for more Cheetos, and that's when I decide to keep munching to another quarter. And repeat. Resealable containers. I eat only what I'm actually hungry for, and the rest goes into the cupboard for later. I have a couple of reasons. 1. After the second handful of potato chips I can only taste the salt. 2. Potato chips, after being chewed, get ground up and stuck in my teeth. I have to stop eating them to pick the gunk out of my teeth. 3. Repeated chewing motion hurts my jaw. Now the snack food that I have a lot of trouble putting down is beef jerky. I can wipe out a bag of beef jerky, meant for a week, in one sitting. My preferred salsa is slightly too spicy for me, so I eat chips until the afterburn of the salsa gets too much, then I put the bag away. I can't afford to fill up on chips before I get to all the fresh cookies I just made. I kinda love being stuck at home. Excuse to bake all day, with clips to preserve the freshness, and with other flavored bags of chips. It's a big bag. Self-control. I just think, I don't want to be an obese sack of shit loser, so I'll only have a couple, and then only have a couple. That easy. Buy shitty chips. Stomach problems. I need to share with my family, but the cheaps usually aren't that good. I count calories and use a food scale. I only fill a small bowl and eat that. Close the bag with a clip. They get stuck in my teeth and that bothers me. Family size bag. I get full after a small bowl of them, cause one add lime to Doritos and hot Cheetos, my mother adds more hot sauce, and my sis-in-law adds lime hot sauce and nacho cheese. Sometimes I buy those big ass bags from Sam's for myself, and I can't eat that whole bag in one night. Because I'm not a fat piece of shit. Because one bag is almost my entire daily calorie need. I don't think I could finish a bag in one sitting if I wanted to. Realistically, you have to just will yourself to not to do something. If you are concerned with the amount of chips in which you are consuming, it's probably safe to just not consume them in the first place. Chips are insanely high in fat content compared to almost any snacking food you will find on the market. Maybe just opt for a healthy alternative, or if it's something you are unwilling to cut out, maybe consider limiting yourself to a bag a week, or push yourself to be amenable to cutting them out. I found that in my own personal experience, I cannot really stop myself from consuming junk, especially if I've been working out or just in general. I am young and active, more so prior to this COVID thing, so the best course for me is to just cut it out. Instead of limiting yourself to junk food, expand your horizons with food that contributes to a healthy lifestyle. You can find yourself looking forward to that next spicy meal you're preparing and feeling good afterwards for consuming it, rather than going to town on a bag of Doritos and feeling like shit afterwards. I eat like 2/3 of the bag and put it away in disgust. Then the next day I finish off the 1/3 and think about buying another bag. Used to eat a bag of chips, or being stuck in a perpetual loop of need more tea to finish cookies, need more cookies to finish that cup of tea, or gouge 1 to 2 pints of ice cream, monsieur. Later switched to low-carb, low-sugar diet. Nothing extreme, just no bread, mostly meat and vegetables. After 6 months or so, everything else is just too damn sweet. After a spoon or two it feels enough. Depends. If it's salt and vinegar, my mouth can only handle so much before it's just painful. Fell asleep? Not me, of course. Not by a long shot. But I remember hearing about people who have this thing called self-control. Like, they can just tell themselves to stop doing something and actually stop doing it. Unimaginable to me, but must be cool. I want to know how they got this self-control. I know I lack it. How the hell do I get more of it? Everyone says, just don't do the thing, but that clearly isn't working here. I have a low salt, sugar tolerance. I have to prepare a week in advance to eat really salty, sugar stuff lol. Measure out a serving size in a bowl. Have it on the side with fruit or veggies. Put the bag away in a cabinet so you don't see it out. That's all. Use a bowl. They're gross and eventually the shame of eating potato chips catches up with you. Someone who eats the entire bag here. My parents gave incredible willpower. Having children changes people. They all taste the same. Roll that shit up and have it for breakfast tomorrow. Weird though. I can eat a whole bag of Swedish fish no problem though. Just fold the top down and put on a binder clip. And turn off whatever you're watching and focus on eating. Eating on its own gets boring fast. Simple. Open bag. Grab bowl. Fill bowl. Close bag. Put bag back in pantry. Eat what is in bowl. It helps if bowl is smallish. 3 things. 1. Too much salt, especially Lay's chips. 2. If I like it I will save it to enjoy later. 3. I want to lose weight. Sometimes I fall asleep. If I'm eating the chips with guac, I usually end up eating just a guac. You roll it back down and put a clothespin on it to keep them fresh longer. This means you don't have to eat them all in one go. Just think about how much I'll want them tomorrow. Like if the flavor is really good, thinking about how I wouldn't want to go shopping for more. You can always close it and eat it later, fatty. Haha, usually I eat dinner before the chips XD, so not all of them can fit in my stomach XD. Not a big fan of chips in general, I just get tired of eating them. I eat salt and vinegar chips. And I know the consequences of eating a whole bag of monsieur RIP mouth. I'm only eating for the flavor. And I know I shouldn't do it. Plus I can just refrigerate the bag for later. I already buy the super mega ultra multi-family party size bags. I usually run out of stomach and desire to eat about halfway down. Determination and sheer will. Something the likes of you will never understand. I get bored of the taste. I've eaten a slab of chocolate, 6 cupcakes and an ice cream beforehand. I always taste the spiciest chips. Being white as fuck keeps me from eating too many of these. Chips are disgusting, or have a certain taste, smell that makes you not want to finish the monsieur. Or you just lose interest in the monsieur. Get a bowl that only fits half a bag or less. Fill it. Put bag back in pantry. The bowl is now the bag. Once the bowl is done, you are done, because the pantry is now the store and you're too lazy to go to the store. Universe solved. Nobel Prize, please. So you're telling me that you're gonna eat a large bag of flaming hot Cheetos all in one go? Because I have a family. I cannot physically eat the whole bag or I will feel disgusted and not eat for at least a day. Since I can't control that and would rather not starve, I limit myself. I don't like chips that much. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.